Oh. So hello everybody, and we're gonna make a game that's called Flappy Bird, and it's very famous. And it's gonna be we're trying to make it as simple as possible. So first you need to get onto Scratch, yeah, and you have to get a Flappy Bird and try get like you can pick whatever Flappy Bird you want and go onto Google, then type Flappy Bird transparent, and you'll get some of these options. I picked this one because it has multiple photos, and once you chose your sprite, yeah, you get it, and see you got a game, and my one has multiple costumes, so it can move. Uh, if you want, you could make yours move as well. So, first of all, so that's already pretty good. So, now you need a Flappy Bird background. So, yeah, I saved the Flappy Bird background. Or go on Google again and type Flappy Bird background, and you can get some. This is the pipes. This is the pipe, and it has a. Wait, I can fix that. I can fix that. I know how to fix it. Get this part. Delete. I got this delete tool. There. So we can fix the problem. If your one has like white around it, that's very easy to fix. Go into the costumes. There you can find this. Get this one and get the white pieces out. And oh yeah, but my one has these whites. If your one has white, you could easily fix that with Scratch. So that's what Scratch is good. And if your Flappy Bird is a bit too big, you could change the size like that. But that's a bit too small though. Let me change that 40. That's better. So we already got a good one, and if you type on Google, you could get a background. Where's my background? Where's the background? That's not a background. We need a background. As I saved the background. That's the same one. I need the background. Hmm? Yeah. Hmm? Oh yeah. So go to Google and get Flappy Bird type background. Background. And you could find these are just Flappy Birds. Or you can get a Flappy Bird background. Oh yeah, you don't need a transparent background because we want the Flappy Bird background. So pick a background. This is because that one has the pipes already. We don't want the pipes. Now save this one. So remember, press the save as image, and now we should get a. Let's upload a backdrop. We found it. We got a backdrop, but it's a bit too small. We can fix that easily by changing the size and try make it the size of the screen. Remember to make it the size of the screen. Oh, this thing still has a bit of white parts. Where's the white? There's a white. There you go. And there's also a bit of white here. So now there's a bit of white still. You could easily fix that with Scratch's helpful tools. So you could fix all the like tiny pieces. I don't want that. It has a bit of white there. Okay, so this will take a little while, but at least it makes that's what Scratches is very good. It's a very good, like, what I say it of, like, it's something that you could fix all the bugs easily. So let's start making the code. So first, this thing we need it to start getting moving. So the first thing, if yours could move, you could press next costume and do a forever loop and see it can start moving. That's already pretty good, but it's kind of a bit too fast. So instead of waiting 1 second, 0.01. But that's kind of the same. What if I do 5? That's better. That's actually very smooth. The backdrop is kind of missing out the... If I turn that to vector, we could stretch it out. Okay, we got it. We already got a pretty good game going on. We got a pretty good game. So now we start scratching. Well, that's what I say. Remember to get it full screen. See, we already fixed it. So now we got it moving, and there's still a piece. Okay, it's gone. Okay. Why is there... That's a bit weird. Oh, the bottom has a bit of white as well. So now we got the thing ready. Let's start scratching. Let's do the real code. So we got the thing moving, but you can't control it yet. There's still a piece somewhere there. There, we got it. So now it's kind of moving. This thing, we have to make it like... So we got the first piece of code there. So also, when clicked, so we need to go to... So go to this spot right there. So then we need a forever loop. We need to make a variable. Name it gravity. Gravity. There, gravity. So now we delete by variable and do set gravity to 0. Always keep that. That's very important. So now when we set gravity to 0, nothing really happens. It just sets it to 0. But we have to we have to change it so it will fall. So change this by gravity. And now it fell. But that was a bit too quick. teleported. So do you know what's going on? Oh, sure. Why does it say this? So we got that ready. Now it's kind of teleporting to the floor, but that's the thing. We have to change the gravity by 1. So change gravity by 1. And that makes it go up. But we don't want it to go up. Wait. Let me do this. Go to 0. I do like minus 230. I put it right there. Now it's going up. It's falling up. And we don't want it to go up. But I don't know what's going on because why is it going? Okay, so the thing is we have to change it by -1. And it's falling down. And that's the thing. We don't want it to fall down. So the thing is, we have to make it go. What if I make it to go to 0? So I kind of got a problem. I think I had to change this to the minus. Just do it 100. See, it falls. And that's really good. That's a good start. But we don't want it to fall here. Because that's the ground. So we need repeat until. We need a not block. Change X. Well, we forgot. If repeat until not touching. Y position equals. Where are we? So Y position minus. So do it by here. So minus 147. 147. We don't want it. So change that to 1. And put a forever loop in that. And it doesn't work. Do you know why? Well, because it's not touching. So we need to get so do you know the backdrop? We need an actual sprite. So if we convert it to bitmap, then get the thing, then copy, and then paste. Then now you go a ground. But we don't want a ground here. So we go a blank ground. And now this thing, we get the ground. Remember to convert it to bitmaps. Remember to do that. Okay, maybe that wasn't very good. Wait. Because we don't want it. Okay, we don't want that. We need it only the ground. Remember, only the ground. So now we got. So we forgot to copy it. Remember to press the copy button. So press the copy button. Press the paste button. And now your first costume is. Where is it? Where did it go? It was. Now copy. Paste. And see, you got this. And now put it over the backdrop that you put. Yeah? So now, until not touching sprite 1. Let's name it ground. So let's name it ground. And now, it doesn't work. Because I accidentally put. Remember, don't put the X by 1. And it doesn't work. Really doesn't work. Ground. Well, I have no idea. So we're trying to do this, but we have no idea why isn't it going down. Because we need a new variable. Name it. Just name it anything you want. I'll name it ground. So ground Y. Ground Y. So if we get ground Y, we change it by ground Y. And it doesn't work. Because you have to change it. So if touching ground, if touching ground, so we need an if block touching ground. If touching the ground, change ground Y. Okay, so now we need and put that in a forever loop. And it still doesn't work for some reason. And that is a huge, huge, huge problem. We don't want that to happen. So we need to get away. So this thing, is not touching the ground. So we have to change it by 1. So we don't really need a variable, but why isn't it working? So ground Y is actually changing, but it's not. It's touching the ground, but why isn't it going up? So it's supposed to set if. So we need a set block. We don't need this ground anymore. So we need if. If so if touching. So we need if touching. So we need if equals if x. So if y position, so get it? Y position, where is it? Minus 44, minus 144. Repeat until we need a repeat until duplicate not. Remember the not block, and that is true. So why is it true? If the y position and it doesn't work. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. So this doesn't make any sense to you, yeah? You know, we tried everything, but the thing is, we don't actually need a ground. That actually sounds silly, but we don't need a ground in this because I said it was simple. So we get the ground out. That may sound a bit weird, but we have to take because in this episode we don't want the ground. In another episode we could have the ground, but this episode we're not having the ground. No grounds today. Okay, so now it's forward. Yeah? So we don't need this code anymore. So we need this pipe to move. Yeah? So if we forever loop, get a forever loop, change x by just do 5. But forever, wait 1 second, create a clone of myself. Okay? So we put a right click on there. So now, so it's changing x by, but we don't want 5, we want minus 5. So that's already pretty good, but why aren't the clones moving? Because we need, when we start if start as clone, we still need it forever. Change x by minus 5. So, and we forgot. If so we need an if block. If equals x position equals minus 250 go to, we don't have enough space, do we? Go to, we need a go to set x to 250, okay? And we need a forever loop and put that there. And it doesn't work. So we need that. So it's not really working, even though we added a forever loop. So why isn't it working? So it's moving, and it doesn't work. Because, so when I start a clone, go to change x by, do 50. And that's a y. By 50. And that lets it go there. Because we need to put that there and change it. Maybe 50 is a bit too much. 20. And we actually need the 50. No. What if we do 100? Set x to 100. So it's starting. And now it doesn't work. Because change x by 50. So this is going to be the start, but we need the thing. If it's not working like this, so we don't need that. So wait until equals. So we need x position equals 250. Go to. So we need. So we don't need the if block. We need wait until. So go to set x to 250 and add a forever loop and a when green flag clicked. So now it doesn't work. So why isn't it working? So what if I set this to 60? And it doesn't work. So even though it's setting it to that it's not actually working. So we have to fix that with a problem. So we have to make it so it just carries on going. So we have to make it so we have to make it go across the screen, and we need that. It's easy to do that. So with the costumes underneath, if you do it to vector, there's underneath it, you draw a big line, a long line, and now it should. See, it goes past. But we need a set because now it doesn't work. Set x to 250. Now it's working. So do you see that it's very smooth now? But we need to, this is a bit too tall. Do you see that? The bitmap or vector, this thing is too tall. And change it like that. There you go, a tiny pipe. A bit smaller, bit smaller. And there you go, a little pipe. Now you have to copy paste that. And now turn it around. And it has these lines. So do you see these lines here? We don't want those. So now, convert it back to bit. Now due to bitmap, we turn it around. Remember to do this, the shift trick. Now it's like that. And now we need it because see, it's kind of not working. So you have to make it go. So when clicked, go to 0, 0. Go to so x to 50 and 0. So now you see it's moving. And it's still. So the costume, it doesn't have the line anymore. And we need the line back. Set it to black. Do a straight. So do a no line. So do you see that? You can't really see the line. Now it's going past very smoothly, and that's good. Okay? So the thing is, it's not changing, yeah? So when I start to clone, set X to 250 and change set Y to pick random 1 to 10. So now, see, it's moving up and down, but barely. So do -10. Let's see that. So do you see it's moving up and down? But you can still see, so do you know that it's still, so if you change it to bitmap, to vector actually, hold the Alt key. Now make it off the screen. Now, see it's going up and down. And the line is gone. So remember to get the line and set it down. Make a long line. Now, it's not working. We need a line. So, see, it's working. It's moving. So remember, this is the first part of the episode. So we need this part to jump. So when clicked, if space set gravity to 30. Let's see that. And it has to be in a forever loop. You see, it goes up. But we have to change it by, change by 1. Let's see that. It barely goes up. Change gravity by 10. But why does it go so high? Because if you hold the space bar, it just goes up. Yeah? So it changes it, but if not space you clicked, minus 10. And that doesn't work. So if we do it to change by 0, yeah? But it still just goes up. And it goes up forever. We don't want that to happen. See, it goes up. And we don't want that to happen. So if space key clicked, so change it by 0, but you have to. So, but by 10. So, but you can't just. You have to wait 1 second. See, it doesn't work. Maybe 0.5. No, that's still too long. 0.1. See? It doesn't work like that. You have to change it by a higher number, like 20. And it's already pretty cool. But you can still hold it. And the thing is it's too big. It's too big. Let's just name it Flappy Bird first. Flappy Bird. Now it's a bit too big still. Now it's mini version of Flappy Bird. So maybe that's a bit too much. So maybe 10 is actually... We don't want that. That's really not 10. And that barely goes up. 15. Let's do 15. That's actually a good number. 15. That's pretty cool. So now we start to jump. But nothing happens if we touch a... So nothing happens if you touch a pipe. So if touching pipe, touching pipe, hide. So do a hide block. And add a forever loop. Boom. It disappeared. But now, we have to add a show. Boom. It disappears. And already, he disappears. And already we have a good Flappy Bird going on. But the thing is, we also have to make it tilt, falling down. So make a new variable. Call it direction. So name it direction. And change change this by direction. And that doesn't do anything. So why isn't it working? So it isn't changing this dip by direction. It's because it's not really actually moving. So we have to make it starting to, so it's not tilting. And that doesn't, so if you're a new scratcher, that's a big problem with you. And you don't like that happening. But we have to change direction by 1 forever. And now it's spinning. But we don't want it to spin. We want it by 0. So change direction by pick random to 10. And that makes it too fast. And that makes it like a spinner. We don't want it a forever loop. And it's still spinning. And that's a big, big, big problem. So now it's starting to spin, but we don't want it to spin, we want it to fall. So we have to by -1. So we have to change direction. Change direction by -1 forever. While it's also spinning. That makes nothing happen. That makes it still starting to spin. So we have to change it by -2. But that's making it full. So we have to change it by a big number. 10. -10. Now it's kind of working, but it's still spinning really fast. Because we need it to turn like that. So to spin direction degrees, change direction by direction. So we don't need turn. So change, so we don't need this. Change direction by turn these degrees, but halve it by gravity. So if we halve it by gravity, it's gonna start. So we don't need to halve it, but we could minus it by gravity, but halve it by 2. And this will start moving it smooth. It's smooth. And it's starting to look pretty cute. But we need to halve it by a bigger number, 10. And it's moving the wrong way that we want it to move the other way of the way it's moving. So if we change it by this number, it halves it, and now it's falling. Turn, and also one space clicked, turn. But we don't want the minus, we want the plus. So make it's plus, but half by 10. Now, oh yeah, we forgot. We have to turn it the other way. So now we got our game ready. And ready, it's working, and we don't need the plus anymore. We need the minus again. And this is a perfect idea. So now this will refresh it, and now it's gonna move the other way very smoothly. And we forgot, we have to minus it the other way. So minus it the other way. And we forgot, we don't need all of that. We need a change. Change direction by 15. And that's a good game. And it disappears. Ten's good. And we got a moving, spinning, funny Flappy Bird. So now our Flappy Bird is spinning, and I actually like it, like spinning. So if it's spinning now, it's gonna fall. Spinning. It's actually very good. That's actually really good. So now we got a working, amazing, excellent Flappy Bird. Cute, funny, and I like it. So now we shared it, and let's call it Flappy Bird, my version. my version. But that's not how you spell version. Version. So chicken nugget. Chicken nugget. J ver for slash IJJVNL chicken nugget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flappy Bird my ver for slash LJVNL chicken nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we got our best Flappy Bird game ever. And my previous Flappy Bird, let me see. So I got some more Flappy Birds. Where's my other Flappy Bird? Flappy Bird. Ha. This is my previous Flappy Bird, and I worked very hard, and it's actually pretty fun. But I think this one is pretty cool as well. May think this one is a bit better, but I like my other version as well. So this is normal Flappy Bird that I made. Scratch Flappy Bird. Use with all the scratch things that I could find. And if you want to, even though this is pretty complicated, this is cool. I don't know what I've done, but it's kind of complicated. And I said we're doing simple, not this. Wait. I should change this. Half. But minus by 2 size. But 100 minus by size minus. Maybe not 100. 120. Okay, that's that's way too small. 200. Okay, that's way better. Okay. And this is my other Flappy Bird that I made. It's pretty cool, but my other version is also really cool. I like my other version as well. So if I see my other version, look how cute this one version is. It's mini Flappy Bird. Wee. Ba ba ba. Ba ba da da da. Ba da 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 da. This is actually pretty cute. I like this one. Spinny. So you could add any effects you want in your Flappy Bird. This is just my version. You may see that my other version is very complicated. Look at my space shooter. Look at my space shooter. It's a boss. I know this is pretty hard. This is complicated. We can do this in the next episode. Yeah, but this is really cool. Big boss. It's big boss. It's like the cat boss and the Catzilla. Like last episode, we did Little Key Big City. I was a Catzilla. This is Airplanezilla. It's the airplane battles in Godzilla. There's a king. Actually, it's the King Kong. This is King Kong, airplane boss. Okay. This is actually getting on my nerves. How do you destroy this guy? Game over. Okay. Defeat the boss now. Defeat the boss. It's a big 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 boss. It's an auto shooter. It's a big boss. It's a big boss. I'm just a tiny spaceship. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary. Defeat the boss. Okay. Once I actually defeated him. Okay. Whoa, that's a close one. Okay, so maybe we should stop the episode right there. But actually, I want to see my projects. You haven't seen any of my projects yet. Pixel Madness Cat Dance. This cat dance is pretty cool. Hats. Look how cool this is. It's a cat. It's cat. Cat. We need some more kiwi clicker. This is a fun game. Click it 10 times. So click the kiwi 10 times. Now get an upgrade. This is my favorite part. Now you can get more points. Now thank you for listening. And now you can do everything yourself. The most important, have fun. Okay, maybe do you want me to make an episode about this? And remember to like and subscribe. And if you subscribe, we make more videos and you can get more stuff and you will be Scratch Pro. Just like me. I said me. So be Scratcher Pro and just do Flappy Bird just how I do it. Or you don't have to do the spinny effect. You can do any effect you want. So let's see all of my. Oh, I haven't showed you this one. Damage. How did I win already? Okay. But the thing is, you could get two things. Okay, let's finish it there.